you have an emergency of any description, you can contact Cairns VTS.
That is well understood, thank you.
Alright Jacqueline, good luck tonight, we'll see you in the morning.
The predictions on predict wind are very, very bad. So normally above 4 degrees roll you have a difficult time. Vertical acceleration is dangerous at 0.2 and it's now above 0.4, almost 0.5. And then the slamming is like 50%, it's 80%. So it's quite crazy going back all the way up to Cairns. It's so nice that you're watching my video. And if you like the video, please subscribe to my channel. It's free and it helps me. Thank you. It's time. Time for a bucket shower. Yay! I love my bucket showers.
Jacqueline, I just wonder, we do not see this vessel on our AIS, and I would like to know, do you see it?
No, I don't see a vessel on my AIS, and I was very happy that you were calling, and you were calling quite loud because I was playing the ukulele and singing. So I was like, oh, you were talking to me because I didn't expect anyone. And then I heard you talking to the tanker, which was a relief, so thank you for that.
Yeah, no worries.
Yeah, and he says he's at a 5-mile range, and I would guess 2 miles because he's very clearly visible.
Yeah, that's what I think. Anyway, so go further with your ukulele and talk to you later.
Thank you for that, Marike. Have a good watch. There is this big tanker, and it doesn't show up on the AIS. Let me double check that. No, nothing here. And in real life, it's quite close. And that's obviously always difficult to see. Just under the sheet of my jib. So it's quite interesting why he is not on AIS, since it's a tanker. But I'll check my predict wind AIS. Maybe it's there. So I'm gonna refresh my AIS data to see if it shows up. Normally when I make a route in Predict Wind, I only use a beginning and an end waypoint. In this case, going to Cairns, I need to go through the Great Barrier Reef. And since I don't want to hit a reef, I plot waypoints in between. I love looking at the orange colors of the sunset. And then in the morning, the colors of the sunrise are purple, bluish and red. Beautiful. Good morning! I am so happy. After all this motoring, finally the wind came back and from the right angle. So we're doing 120 degrees, which everybody loves. The tiller pilot goes to sleep. The wind vane does his job again. Sails are happy, I'm happy. It's a happy start of the day. I have bought a fridge in New Zealand, which is a sort of cooling system, and that means that most of the time it shuts down at 5 o'clock in the evening, and then it starts up again at 10 when the sun rises. But since I had my engine night, I have a cool yogurt, which is so awesome, I can tell you that. And I'll introduce you to my cooler, let's say, because half of the time it does nothing, but the other half of the time I can have a cool drink or a cool yogurt. I'm so happy. This is it. And yeah, pretty happy. So next is like how do we deal with garbage on the boat, because that's also important. And as sailors we all wash everything. So I'm gonna wash this little thingy, and when it's clean I put it in the bag with all the plastic, and I take that out once I'm in Australia. Normally when I'm in places where there are lots of islands and no waste disposal, I'll put it in a plastic container. So I put everything in an empty bottle because it's airtight, so no odors if something has left to stink. And then I'll just put it all in there and it's nice and compact, and then I take it to the first possible waste disposal option. So. Hi, I'm editing some videos for you on my way to Australia, because when I get to Cairns I also like to see the surroundings and do some shopping. So the engine is out, so I have all the time to make some videos. The other thing what I'm gonna do is polish my nails, so that's what I'm gonna do next. There's always good and bad news. So I don't know. The good thing is I managed to get into the locker. And I got 2 times bad news. One is I found a leaking bag with oil flacons. and that's the answer to why is there sort of dripping oil. So that's actually good news. And the bad news is I went to search for the bio stuff to put in the diesel, because I have 2 jerry cans that were filled up 14th of September 2024, and it's quite old, so I wanted to put some bio stuff in it. So either it's behind the 2 blue water jerry cans that I cannot reach by hand, or it's in the kitchen sink. So I'll continue digging. Not what I'm looking for. Another hard day at work, so that's another bucket shower to go. Yeah! And the good news is I found it after cleaning the kitchen cupboards, the whole locker. It's in the bucket with cleaning materials. So here it is like sort of hidden in all the cloths and stuff. And there we go! What are we looking for? Grotamar 71, yeah, we have a winner! Well, that's cleaning up the mess, taking a bucket shower and using Grotamar to prevent diesel clock, whatever, yeah. Hello, what are you doing in my boat? Are you a paid traveler or are you for free? You are really funny. Yes, you are really funny. What are you doing on my boat? Yes, time traveler. I was trying to get my Genoa off, but now you're here. That makes it a bit difficult. Good morning. I have been plotting the route through the Great Barrier Reef. So going to Cairns, you have the Coral Sea, and the Coral Sea is a protected area. And within the Coral Sea, close to Cairns, you have all reefs and atolls and sandbanks. And what I did is around all these reefs, I plotted green markers to show where the protected area is, so that I know which shipping lane I can take to go into Cairns. And within the green area, which is the protected area, I have skulls, and every skull is on a sandbank, an atoll or a reef, so that I can see what's going on, and I want to share that with you. At night I want to see what's going on around me. I'll just look at this version of the plotter inside the boat. So this is all the waypoints, the green ones, to mark the area of the Coral Sea, and then all these skulls are the marks of reefs and atolls and sandbanks. So what I did then is I put these waypoints in predict wind, to make sure that the prediction of the wind goes around it instead of through it or underneath it. And I'll show you how that works. So this is how the normal routing looks like. So you have the start and the end point, and then predict wind just makes the routes based on the wind, of course, and how fast you can go there. And what I did, this is the version on my mobile phone, is that it's in this place here. So just go back a bit. We're in grip at the moment, so we're in grip. Then you point this, then you get the points where you are and where you're going. You can just click that on the map and it shows up here. And next I have the waypoints which were on the other map, and I put them in here, and then as a result is that the waypoints show here. Those are the white dots, and now the route goes around it. So that's quite handy. 2 times a day I download Predict Wind Forecast at 7 o'clock in the morning and 7 o'clock in the evening, just after the new weather models have arrived, that is to say in my time zone here. When I was in New Zealand, for example, it was around 8:30. And at first what you see is the GMDSS. These are the forecasts for the weather system. So these are squally and systems with thunder. Those here as well. And from this whole area, by the way, I get all the tracking data. So all the information of the other boats. That's what I go to, GPS tracking. And it shows me in this area all the boats. And this is the shipping lane north-south from Australia to Japan, China. So that's that. Back to weather. So now I have a visual here. I can see the wind change when I go to the route. And well, that's that. And they have the tables. I always look at the graphs first, and then I scroll all the way down to my favorite ones, which are the roll. And if the roll is under 4, then it's pretty good. If the roll is over 4, then it's unsafe and unstable to sail on the, to move around the boat. Same goes for the vertical axis, and above 2 you can have a thing, because then the boat slams a bit like that. So that's what I'm checking, but on this course it's all good. Since the prediction is that I'll arrive at the 1st of August in the evening, the realization is that I'll probably come in the 2nd of August in the morning. Since I'm so happy that the engine is out and the sun is back. And what I don't know at that point is that just before I enter the pass to go through the reefs, my engine stops. At that point I'm motor sailing, and yeah, I decide not to go into the pass, but to take the next pass, which is 20 miles more north. And I even need to put on my storm jib. I still go 7-8 knots of boat speed with big waves, and I cannot get my engine working. And then going into the second pass, I want to go to Port Douglas because that's easier for the wind. But then it turns out that Port Douglas is not a clearance port. The predictions on predict wind are very, very bad. So normally above 4 degrees roll, you have a difficult time. Vertical acceleration is dangerous at 0.2, and it's now above 0.4. And then the slamming is like 50%, it's 80%, so it's quite crazy. So since my engine is still not functioning and I need to be sailing out all night, I decide to take it slow, go to Cairns. And that means that I'm sailing all night to Cairns against the current, against the wind turns all the time. And then I give the engine another try. So I put the engine in half rev, start the engine and let it run for 15 minutes. And after 15 minutes, I let it run stationary. And after 15 minutes, it works. So I don't know what the problem was. I have had this before and also tried this way of dealing with it before, and it works. So in the end, I anchor just close to Cairns, to the marina. Unfortunately, the footage is gone because I used the SD card for other footage. And yeah, sometimes you make a mistake. And then the next morning, I'm able to sail in there myself. And both my friend Marijke and the harbour master are waving towards me and help me tie the lines. I'm so happy to be in Australia. Thank you so much for watching my video. If you like my video, please subscribe to my channel. It's free and it helps me. Thanks also to my patrons. If you want to become a patron, it's patreon.com/Loveworkx, or for one-time or monthly donations to PayPal, it's paypal.me/Loveworkx. Thank you very much and see you soon. Bye!